Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Testnut channel. Thanks for being with us. With us today is Michelle Ross of Clan Davidson, the Clan Davidson Society of North America, to be exact. She's the president, and she's here with us to talk about everything Davidson. And so, how are you, Michelle? Thanks for being here.
I'm very well, thank you. It's a lovely day here in North Alabama after going through Thursday night or Wednesday night and lots of tornadoes.
Yes. Yeah, I've heard all
It
that.
yeah, it was crazy.
I'm up here in the Northeast in the U.S.
Yep.
Um,
You're in Maine?
Boston, near Boston.
You're near Boston. Okay.
Yeah, Massachusetts. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So I know that you just had the Loch Norman Games recently, and you've been pretty busy.
We did. We've been crazy busy. Loch Norman was a wonderful event. Clan Davidson was the distinguished clan, and Elaine Davidson, who was on the founding committee for Clan Davidson Society, and also she and her husband Mike were founding members of Rural Hill, which is the Scottish festival.
Okay.
So she's been there 30 years, and she hosts the tent there and has for 30 years. And she won best tent, which was wonderful to be there
Nice.
when she won it. So it was
Right.
really nice.
So both, I'm not familiar exactly with everything myself, and probably everyone isn't. Those are both North Carolina, Rural
Yes,
Hill.
they're held in Huntersville, North Carolina.
Okay, both of them.
Yes, it's the same festival. It
Oh,
just, the Scottish festival is listed under Rural Hill, which is the site and is the home place for Clan Davidson. It's Davidson land. And Loch Norman is the formal name of the athletic competition, the Highland Games.
I
So it's
see.
all the same thing, but I was very confused until I was educated when I
Okay.
got there.
Well,
I
that's
had the honor of being their distinguished guest for the weekend. It was super fun.
nice.
Yeah. Well, typical Southern weather. Saturday was 82 and sunny and beautiful, and Sunday was 42, rainy and wicked cold.
Uh,
So you had, wow. I
right.
brought all the clothes.
Oh, I must say I didn't know any of that myself, and I've been in the convening and such with Clan McIntosh and now Clan Hatton Association for going on 20 years, and I always thought that Rural Hill and Loch Norman were certainly two different places, if not other. But that's why we're here on the Touchnut channel, try to learn what we can, and I just did. That's
Well,
good.
I've always considered it Loch Norman, but I was
Okay.
educated. So that was fun.
Yep. Right. So did you pick up some members there? Did you see some Davidsons for
E-
visitors? Did you?
Elaine, I wasn't keeping track of what Elaine was up to, but I know that she received payment for two lifetime memberships, a father and son, and a lot of renewals, which happens quite a bit at games, is people they go to the same games because they live close to it and they renew their memberships there, which is wonderful.
Right. So this is really a pilgrimage games or festival, you might say, for all Davidsons. And it's a
Yeah,
unique
it would
thing
be
to have
really
one like
yeah,
that.
it'd be really nice if Clan Davidson members would put that on their bucket list
Uh-huh.
to at least attend Loch Norman Rural Hill once in your life. It's a
Right.
beautiful festival. And it's like I said, it is Davidson land. I consider it Davidson the home place in the
Okay.
United States. And it's wonderful. They run a lot of it's a historical site for the
Right.
state, and they have a lot of functions going on there all the time.
Huh. We're only into this about 2 minutes. I learned so much already. So,
I just watched your video on the British, well, the Scottish, the one you just released. Sorry.
oh, the
It's a Davidson
yes,
Hopkins. I don't know. That was
Humphrey,
fascinating. I had no
John
Humphrey. I
Humphrey
had no
Davidson.
idea. No idea.
Right. Yeah, he's quite a guy. There'll be some more
Yeah.
of those. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad.
We need some more people like that.
Right. Yeah, he did a lot more than that one, so I'll have some other segments about him.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I
Wonderful.
try to pick someone like him who has several things, and it's kind of lost if you try to do something in 10 minutes about a man like that.
Yeah. Well,
So,
considering what he achieved in just the brief time you had to devote to him in this last video was amazing.
right.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed that.
I did. It was wonderful.
Right. So the Davidson Society has festivals all over the country that they attend. I'm sure like any other clan does. And
Yep. like any other clan.
right?
Yes.
And do you have a lot of the people for the tents? Are you doing pretty
No,
well with that, or how's that
no,
going?
it's not. We within the last 2 years, our wonderful conveners, Nan and Gary DeRoos in the Pacific Northwest have retired. And so they used to do 6 or 7 games in the Pacific Northwest. So we're trying to recruit people and get people to volunteer. And we have no one in Texas, which is horrible because they have a lot of festivals there and they're very large.
Hmm.
So we're looking for people to do that as well.
Okay.
We're pretty well covered in the South, and the Northeast could use some beefing up. And as you know, the virus took out a lot of smaller festivals and some that were pretty well established, especially even here, Glasgow, Kentucky was a very well established festival. We had our international gathering there in 2016 and they went under,
Oh,
never to return. It was a lovely festival. So there is a group that are trying to bring back a festival in that area. It's starting a festival last year myself. I know how difficult it is to get the momentum going. So
right.
yeah, we can always use more regional directors. So we're working on setting up the plans for that.
Good. So if you're listening, Texas and anywhere else really, the Northeast you
And
said too, please
exactly.
please get a hold of Michelle Ross at Clan Davidson
Yes,
Society North America.
that would be great.
We see some Davidsons in the Northeast quite a bit.
Yes,
Um,
we have a lot of Davidsons in the Northeast.
okay.
Some of our families emigrated to the Northeast rather than the South.
Okay.
My ancestor was in Connecticut, actually.
All right.
His family came over.
Hmm.
He was an officer in the, I believe he was, I don't even know if he was Confederate or Yankee. I would think Connecticut and or Confederate in North Carolina. Anyway,
Sure.
Debbie Mecca's going to kill me because it's her relative as well. A lot of people came to North Carolina and they were in the mountains and they dispersed from there.
I
So
see.
that really is why I consider Rural Hill the home place, because the majority of people, Davidsons, were there.
Nice.
And, Georgia and everywhere. I'm not a historian.
Right.
Sorry.
So great to have the link to that and have Elaine and her husband to have started all that there. That's so
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's an amazing accomplishment. It really is.
Right. Yeah, many of the festivals were started by small groups of families
Yes.
as a family reunion of a sort. Uh,
Yep.
Big picnic, which is what the festivals really are, if you think about it, right?
Yeah, they really are.
Um,
It
so
is really like a family reunion.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to be able to host the tent at Smoky Mountain in Townsend, Tennessee, and the Middle Tennessee Games in Hendersonville, Tennessee. So those are the two major events that we do in this region.
Okay.
So they're
One of those?
uh, Smoky Mountain is next weekend, the 18th and 19th in Townsend, Tennessee, which is the gateway to the Smokies.
Okay.
And that used to be held at Maryville College in Maryville.
All
So
right.
that this is the third year at Townsend. They needed the room to grow. So, and it is a wonderful festival. It's very well managed. I am friends with the clan coordinator, vendor coordinator, Susan Mills. She's fabulous. And I will say, having started a festival here in North Alabama, everyone that I know from the festivals that I do, the organizing committees, are extremely generous in sharing information and helping you, giving you the steps you need to be as successful as you can be. So there's a huge thank you to all of them. They're just wonderful. But yeah, we have a lot of fun in the Davidson tent.
Yes, I met you at Maryville. That's what we said we met, right?
Yes. The clan coordinator for Smoky Mountain shared with me that we are very popular and 7 clans wanted to be around us. So we're trying to work in a Clan Hatton village, more or less. So
Okay.
we're getting there. But
Right.
we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's getting to be a common thing, which is what the goal is and what it should be and what
Yeah,
really.
absolutely. I know the Farquharsons are always next to me. The twin girls who host the tents in our region are like my children.
Oh, is that right?
So Yeah, they're hilarious. And yeah, so they're always next to me, the Farquharson. So we started our own little village.
Right. That's great. Yeah, we don't often have more than maybe five. Six would be a huge amount out of the 12 up here, but
Yeah.
we like to see
Well,
as many as we can.
we have McGillivray, Davidson, Farquharson. We have a bunch. I can't remember the rest of them, but even people
Macintosh.
outside of yeah,
Macintosh.
Macintosh.
Yep.
Yep. Even the clans that aren't associated with Hat want to be around us because we have so much fun.
Well, you must know
Basically, we're all crazy. So
you must know a lot of my friends from Macintosh then, Sean Hooper, Elizabeth Reeve.
I don't know them by name, but is that the couple that have 10 children?
No,
Because the couple that hosts at Smoky Mountain have a lot of children.
I'm not sure who that is.
I can't remember their names. Very lovely people. They have a lot of fun. They always win the clan competition because they have so many children,
Right.
but they're very nice people. I don't know if they're going to be placed next to us or not. Susan sets it up and we never have a problem where she puts us.
Right.
It's always wonderful.
I, I know that Clan Davidson, there's a Davidson involved in the parade in New York City, is there not?
Yes. Kyle Dawson is the head of the New York City Tartan Day Parade. So
Okay.
yes, he is our former webmaster.
Oh, okay.
So he was doing that as a favor to the former president, and obviously he's very busy, so he had to back off from that.
Uh,
But yeah, he does a fabulous job. I've never been to Tartan Day. It's too bad because I have an aunt that lives in Manhattan. Yeah, I just never get to.
I'm the same way. Well, I haven't been I just don't do New York City. I've been there, but
No.
anyway,
Mm.
I have plenty of Scottish things to do up here.
Yes, absolutely.
I know his cousin John Dawson here.
Yes,
Um, we've
John
known
is
him.
the former president of Clan Davidson.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, he's been
Yep,
our friend up here for many years in New England,
yep.
and Janelle as well. Hi, folks, if you're listening, John and Janelle, how
I
are you?
haven't talked to Logan or Janelle in a while. Logan keeps sending me videos from
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
Lovely family.
So you
So
said now
go ahead.
you mentioned Mecca, someone named Mecca. That's your genealogist, is it?
No, Debbie
Oh,
Sorrells Mecca is one of the administrators on the Facebook page, but she's also a very keen genealogist in her own right for her family. She has posted many things on the Facebook page, which are fascinating.
that's why I seen her
And
name. Yes.
yes, absolutely. And actually, we got to hang out at Rural Hill, Loch Norman this in April, so it was wonderful to hang out with her and her husband. A lot of people you meet at festivals like that, you've talked to for years online, but you've never actually physically had a chance to meet them. So that's always very special.
Right. Oh yeah, I have dozens of people like that now in last few years all over the world now too, as well, not
Yeah.
just the US anymore. And it's
Yep. I know you asked me a question about our chief. I don't know if you got my response.
yeah, sure. I do he lived in New Zealand.
He does live in New Zealand. He lives in
Okay.
Auckland.
All
Yep.
right. And
Grant Guthrie, the third of Davidston.
okay.
Yep. He and his wife Brenda were here for the international gathering at Glasgow, Kentucky in 2016.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah, fabulous, fabulous couple. Very down to earth. He was hilarious. We had a very good time with him. Hopefully he had a good time with us. But yeah, we are trying to get another international gathering on the books, or at least a North American gathering here in the near future, the
Mhm.
next couple of years. But like every other association or society, uh, everybody's still recovering from the virus. Uh, Not to get political, but the economy is in the dumper, so the economy is not great.
Yep.
So we're all facing the same challenges at this point. So we're working on it. It's on the books. We're mulling it over.
I know when one of those festivals goes under, it's very hard to get back.
Yeah,
Very, very
it
hard.
is.
And often several tries happen at some of these, and it's hard, sad to see it, but
Yeah.
nice to see them, nice to see them persevere if they can, but
Yep. They're all
it's very
trying to
difficult.
recover to pre-virus levels. So they're getting there.
Right.
I thought it was a very good sign when they first came back, they went to a 1 day format when they're previously 2 or 3 days. And now they're all back to the standard of days that they were before the virus. So that's
Okay. So,
encouraging. But I think that you'll agree that what we're seeing happening in the games front is that the major festivals are outtaking the smaller local festivals. And that's
really,
one of the challenges that we're facing now is deciding how we want to approach the face forwardness of the clan at festivals. Do we concentrate on the bigger festivals, or do we keep doing big festivals and small festivals? And it's a very difficult decision because we want to support our local festivals, but you have a finite amount of money and a finite number of people who are willing to host a tent. You
right.
have a certain amount of resources, then you've got to make the best use of them all the way around. So that's something else we're kicking around, trying to come to a decision.
Right. Well, the smaller events they have to compete some with a big, especially a big music draw is a tough one to overcome.
I know at our
That kind of
festival, our
thing.
biggest problem is a beer tent,
I was
which
going to say that
un
too. Yeah,
which
absolutely.
unfortunately is a big draw. Music is coming along,
Yeah.
but where we're currently at is they have a no alcohol policy. So the clans can't even serve scotch, which they've been very good about. But yeah, it's a balancing act like anything else. If you
Sure.
have alcohol, your festival insurance skyrockets. And if you don't have alcohol, some people don't want to come because apparently they can't drink. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. They send me for the scotch because I don't drink. So, and I just tell them that they get what they get because I don't drink. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh
So
boy,
that's always fun.
you probably won't last long at that job then.
Oh, I've been doing it for almost 10 years. Nobody has complained.
So let's talk about Rocket City. What is that and where's that?
That's a festival that I established with my husband and another young woman, Kelly McGill, who lives locally. Uh, Last year was our first year. So
Oh,
we put
okay.
a festival on with 3 people. And I did it basically because there was a big void here in North Alabama. There used to be a festival here for years, and that fell by the wayside way before the virus. So before we had Rocket City, we only had one festival in the state, and that was downstate in Daleville, and it was the Southeastern Alabama Games, which is run by a wonderful group of people. But like a lot of games, it started off strictly as an athletic event. And then,
Okay.
I found out about it and pushed my way in and said, well, you need to have clans. I
Yeah,
don't know
run
whether
it.
they regret that decision or not, but there you go. And they're
Right.
coming along. They found a permanent home. The city of Daleville offered them the spot for them free of charge, which was fabulous. And so they've been growing steadily. They came back after the virus, which was amazing. And I no longer do those games because I have a regional director that's much closer. It's a 6.5 hour drive for me. I think it's
Yeah.
an hour and a half for him. So he does that one now. He just started last year.
Oh,
That is
good.
Nathaniel Davidson.
Okay.
Nice, wonderful family. He has a lot of family support. So anyway, Rocket City was my attempt, or is my attempt, at a legacy for Clan Davidson. We are the founding clan of that festival. So
Right.
that's what's going on there. Our first year out of the gate, we planned it on a weekend that unfortunately hosted Madison Street Fair, which is 40 years old last year. They celebrated their 40th anniversary, and the International Fiddlers Convention in Athens, Alabama on the same day.
Ah.
And we still had, I thought we would do well if we got 10 clans for our first outing,
Yep.
and we got 26.
Wow. Thank
And
you. My goodness.
we were just floored.
Hmm.
We're so grateful for the faith and that they put in a brand new festival. It was amazing.
Sure, that's
And we
sweet.
ended up with, I thought we'd have maybe 500 spectators because it's only a 1 day festival. We had over 2,000.
Nice.
And my husband was the only one doing parking.
And now it's Rocket City. Why? It's nicknamed that. Why?
Huntsville, Alabama is Rocket City
Okay.
because of the space program here in Huntsville.
All right. I
So
figured
it's
that
Rocket City Scottish Festival and Highland Games. And I do want to say that the director of athletics, Danny Webster, who runs Backyard Rebellion
yep. I know the
athletics,
name.
he was he put on an athletic event, and he called it Rocket City. And he asked me because I pushed my way into that one too for the clans. And he asked me after 2 years to please turn it into a full-fledged festival. So here we are. Here we are. One of the draws for our festival, for those who might be interested in exhibiting as a clan, is that we are the only festival in the region that allows the clans to park behind their tent.
Okay. That's a plus.
So
That's a plus.
it's a big plus because I'm sure you've observed that the people who exhibit for their clans are of a certain demographic. They're either almost retired or they are retired, and
Yep.
nobody
Right.
likes schlepping their stuff all the way down to wherever the parking is. So
That's right,
I
Michelle.
I figured, I'm not getting any younger, so I'm parking behind my tent. And that's been we have gotten wonderful reviews for being able to park behind their tent. So
Right. Yeah, I know it. I'm the clan coordinator for the No Fame Games
nice.
at Milford, Mass, on June 15th, and I'm trying to get that done, but we'll see. We're going to get close. We're going to be able to drive to where we're going, and then probably drive away a little bit. But I know that's a great plus, though.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing that we have enacted with the first games in Rocket City is that the people who took a chance on us out of the gate are considered legacy clans, which means as long as someone from their clan is exhibiting for the future years, they will always have the right to park behind their tent. They pay a reduced rate for their tent space. And that seems to be very popular.
Yeah, I think I saw that on your website. Yeah, that's the one I saw it on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
very pleased to see that. Now,
Yeah.
so when is Rocket City?
Rocket City this year in 2024 will be October the 5th at Sharon Johnson Park in Newmarket, Alabama. In 7 months, we put the games on again in May, in the first weekend of May, because we have to change our date.
Okay.
And I'm not sure where we're going to be. We'd like to be back at Sharon Johnson Park. It depends on a lot of factors. We're working on our 501c3 status. As you know, getting sponsors or patrons from the local businesses
Yeah.
is impossible unless you're a charitable organization,
Right. Yep.
because then they write it off their taxes, which, we understand that. Absolutely. Everybody understands that.
Sure.
So lots of irons in the fire for the festival.
Right. So make sure I have all the information. I'll put it below the
Excellent.
film here when we're all done doing it.
Yeah, the website is Rocket City, which is one word, scottfest.org. So
okay. In 26 clans last year. Well, you're not fledgling anymore. You're a full blown rocket.
yeah, exactly. We're hoping my goal for this year is 30. We'll see. We'll see.
Nice.
Because you have a lot of people who completely retire and then they don't have anybody to pick up the mantle for their clan. So,
Right.
Life happens.
You-
Would
Right.
any of your
So
viewers be interested in an update on the clan
sure.
and what's happening?
Oh, absolutely. Anything.
Um, I'm the first woman president ever elected to Clan Davidson. So that's kind of interesting, I
Okay.
guess. We're facing the same challenges as everybody else. As president, and the executive committee is currently charged with the day-to-day operations of the clan, which we are diligently doing. Like any other organization, we lack volunteers, big time. Currently on my executive committee, I'm missing a secretary, a membership registrar, a webmaster, and a director of social media. Which means the three of us that are on the executive committee are handling everything.
Okay.
So I'm currently president. I'm the interim membership registrar. We don't have a webmaster, and we lost our director of social media to real life. She got a fabulous position. She's super busy, and she very kindly notified us that she had to step back. And someday we hope that Lizzie will be back. She still remains in contact. She's still a member. She's a convener in Canada. She did a fabulous job, and I'm waiting for the day when she has enough time to come back.
Right.
Because she is the go-getter. But we in last year, 2023, we migrated from one web hosting service to another. And because the web hosting service we had was actually not doing anything. They were taking their fee per year. They didn't update the WordPress updates. Nothing was updated. We couldn't update anything. So we migrated from one to the other, and we had a set amount. We were given a quote by the current web hosting people. These are the same people that developed and host the New York City Tartan Day website.
Okay.
Wonderful people to work with, MindSync in California. And they gave us a quote based on, their experience. And the former web hosting service was not happy that we were migrating and made it extremely difficult and exponentially more expensive because of their proprietary information.
Oh my goodness.
So right now we're kicking around possibly having a mini capital campaign to try and recoup some of the funding that we put out to switch web hosting. Now, every time we have to update something on the website, costs us money. They just repaired a link that was not functioning properly. It was going to the old officers list. And we keep getting people going to the former chairman of the board, asking what's going on, and they have a question.
Yeah.
We have a different chairman of the board. So they fixed that link and they fixed some verbiage, changed some photos. And that cost us around $1,200 to do that. As you know, that kind of thing is very expensive. We can't keep doing that. So I desperately need a webmaster who's well-versed in WordPress. I am not.
Okay.
There are things
we're on here. That's why we're here.
There are things that I should never do. And messing around with the formatting of the website is a big one. A big one. We're also looking to change platforms for the membership registrar. So we're investigating that. We desperately need a membership registrar. Normally, it's not that taxing of a thing to keep track of. But 2023 for me personally was a horrible year. We lost one of our dogs who we had from the time they were 6 weeks old. And a week later, I lost my mother out of the blue.
Oh my gosh.
So right after my mother, we lost 8 more people. One right after. This was before the 5th of October, which was our festival last year.
Oh, that's right.
So, everyone has things going on in their life. But for me, doing both jobs, the membership registrar functions fell off as soon as her death impacted me emotionally, and I allowed it in. And I was frozen for months. And I couldn't get out of the chair. It was just a mess. Anyway, we're back on track, and I'm trying to backtrack to make sure I've got everybody where they're supposed to be. And I appreciate the patience that new members have and grace they have given me until I got my act back together and could welcome them to the clan. And if I've missed you, but please let me know, because the roster has to be accurate, as you know. We are currently a corporation of about 400 plus people. So, I enjoy people who come up to me and go, well, what's the big deal? It's just a club. I'm like, it's a corporation. We're incorporated. We are running a corporation. It's a business. And the end that we're on is the business people running the clan. So 400 people are, they're like they are the lifeblood of the society. We appreciate all of them, but membership needs to come up, just like everybody else who's running a clan. Membership ebbs and flows. The virus and the economy combined impacts people's pocketbooks, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully the economy will get better and people will feel more comfortable. But we really need more members. We're not getting any younger, Ray.
Well,
we need new people to come in and be ready to take over.
right.
And that's one of the things that we're doing right now. We're simplifying the verbiage of the bylaws and updating it, making changes. These are current projects we're working on. We are updating the articles of incorporation. We are opening a new print-on-demand store here that's located here in the United States. We're very excited about that. We needed to move from the typical model where you have the quartermaster that's a volunteer from the clan handling all the t-shirts and ordering. And a founding member was handling that and a host of other jobs brilliantly. And, we just don't have the people to do that. It's not the person who took over that did a fabulous job. And then life happened.
Right.
And horrible things happened and something had to give. You have to take care of your family and yourself first. That's all right.
Well, I would say, speaking of membership, graduations are coming up, everybody. And what about a life membership or a 5-year membership or whatever Michelle does for memberships in Clan Davidson for a graduate?
It's on the website.
It's going to certainly carry on the Clan Davidson into the future with these graduates and high school and college graduates.
Yes,
we are for a gift, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Christmas gifts, birthday presents. We have a lot of members who have children who are not members. So,
Yes.
and a lot of people in their childbearing years and raising families, it's a lot. So we understand that. But the more members we have, we'd like to get an endowment going for scholarships, all the things.
Right. And a lot of organizations, in McIntosh and Clan Hatton, I've seen people say, oh, well, my sister's the member. Something like that. And I'm like, you're a Clan Hatton too. You're part of the clan too. You need to support the clan when you can.
Yeah.
It's not just someone in the
You marry
family.
someone in the clan, you're clan.
Right.
That's it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you came on today on the Touchstone channel, Michelle.
Well, I really appreciate you giving us an opportunity to connect with our people who want to see this, and hopefully they'll contact me if they want to volunteer. That would be awesome.
Right.
And it was fun.
Yeah, we'll have the contact information below here, everybody. So Michelle Ross, president of Clan Davidson Society of North America. And thank you for being on the Touchstone.
You're very welcome, Ray. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Friends. We hope you enjoyed this edition of Speaking of Scots on the Touchstone channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, my friends.